Here's the thing, I suck at email. And you know, when I was just starting out as a developer and then a CTO, it was actually pretty easy, right? You just go, you answer a few emails, and then if you don't respond to an email, then somebody comes down the corridor and pesters you until you actually get it done. Now, as a CEO, I get tens and hundreds of emails a day, and any email I don't respond to basically could be a deal that we lose or a process in the company that gets stuck because of me. And so I have to find a better way to handle that. And in today's video, I want to show you and share with you how I handle emails, both the tools and the techniques. And the first tool I want to share with you is called Mailstrom. Mailstrom is a tool that allows you to filter your various emails by different criteria that no other tool gives you, such as, for example, filtering by the sender or by the date when the email was sent. It makes it much easier to group emails together and then do operations on them, such as deleting, archiving, or snoozing them for a future date. So for example, if I have a bunch of emails from a service like Haro, for example, I can just go and delete all of them in one click. If I have emails from April 2020, which obviously are not relevant anymore, so why keep them? You can archive them or delete them as well. Mailstrom also has the option to show all your mailing lists and unsubscribe from them in bulk, including deleting all the existing emails you have in your mailbox. So for example, if we go here and we have, for example, Medium, we can go into Medium and just delete all the Medium messages at once. It's a very powerful tool to make basically broad moves. So basically like to take whole sections of all areas of emails and delete or act on them at once. Once we started here, cleaned up the majority of the things in your mailbox, then we can go into more detailed work, right, into higher granularity. For that, first you can use the free tool, well, Gmail itself. And the important thing with Gmail is to not forget to use keyboard shortcuts. You can find keyboard shortcuts in the settings. So basically here you enable keyboard shortcuts. Once they're enabled, you have all those shortcuts available for you. There's a bunch of them. The important ones to remember is J and K to go up and down, hash to delete, and E to archive. When you press the question mark, you get the list of all the shortcuts and you can learn them quickly. While we're here in the settings, another important setting to apply would be Auto Advance. Auto Advance, right here, allows you to tell Gmail to basically move to the next message once you perform some action on the conversation you have selected. So if you go to many conversations, you can do that. And when you delete a conversation, instead of that going back to the list of conversations, basically it goes to the next one in your mailbox. Once you feel comfortable with the keyboard shortcuts in Gmail and you already cleaned up your mailbox quite a bit, then you can go to Superhuman if you have $30 a month, which is what it costs, which is basically a mailbox on steroids, allowing you to do all the operations with keyboard shortcuts and filters. So you can choose emails quickly, delete them, and all the main operations you can do are within a nice little Superhuman command platform. Another cool thing about Superhuman is that it tries to suggest actions and has a very powerful snoozing functionality, and it's super fast. It's like crazy fast. And it has a very powerful snippets functionality. So you can define different snippets, including templates and autocompletes, and you can add that with 2 clicks to any email you are sending. Now, once you kind of cleaned up your existing mailbox, there's a simple framework of how you can keep your mailbox organized from now on. Mark 3 blocks a day of 20 minutes in which you handle your emails, right? So it can be about 20 minutes in the morning, maybe something in the afternoon, and another block in the evening. And in each one of those blocks, you basically apply the rule of 4 Ds. Here's how the 4D framework works. When you have an incoming conversation, you ask yourself, does it require action? If it doesn't, drop the conversation. If it does, you ask yourself, does it require your action? Or can somebody else do it? If anybody in the organization can handle that conversation, you delegate it. If it has to be you, you ask yourself, can you handle the conversation within 120 seconds or less? If you can do it within 120 seconds, then just do it right now. If you cannot handle it in 120 seconds, then delay it to a dedicated block of time to handle that type of conversations. You can define once a week a block in which you reply to longer emails, and you can define another block of about an hour per week in which you read and internalize some of the emails you receive. So for example, if you have newsletters that you need to read, which are longer and needs more processing from you, you can define on Friday, because Friday for us, for example, it's a no meeting day. It's actually a day dedicated for learning and reading and everything like that. You can define a block of time on Friday in which you read all the newsletters you received and then delete them or archive them. The longer emails, you also batch them and go and reply to them one by one instead of spending time on them in your shorter blocks and then losing your path to the inbox zero. That's it for today. I guess those are my tips. See you later.